All right, you're supposed to be prepared and you're drinking the water when we first start. You're supposed to be like, oh, I'm ready, action.
I'm ready for
All
action.
right, so welcome everyone, and also welcome to. I got my personal Facebook is added to this, so you can
Well,
see at the first.
we have Gene's personal Facebook. We
Yeah,
have the main George Facebook page. We have our YouTube channel,
right.
and I think
So
that's about it for now.
yeah, for now, but between them all, it's over 100, not quite 100,000 people that will see this later on and all this. Okay, a lot of stuff
Here
to talk
comes
about.
Donna. All right,
This is going to be a big show. We have a lot to cover
very
today.
big show. Tracy's here. All right, Phil. All right.
All right, here we go. I have to keep remembering to put that out there. That's so expensive. If we don't do that, it's like
I got to tell you, what a great group. You know, we start off these shows. Here comes Lorianne and Tracy and Donna and Phil.
oh man, you sound
Great
like
people.
remember
Great.
that show a long time
No, I don't.
ago? Yes, come on, the uh
Matlock.
hell, no, the children's show. Like I forgot what it called. The Magic Garden.
Romper
Remember the
Room.
Magic Garden, where they go, "Hey, I see you in TV land."
You know, I will tell you, I wanted to bring up something about Romper Room. You know, when I watch the weather forecasts, right? You want to know, hey, should I wear a jacket? Should I bring an umbrella? You watch these weather forecasts, and they got the map of the earth. You know, the map of the earth, the United States, the frontier, the this there. You look at them like, oh, do I need a jacket? Right? It used to be like Romper Room. If the little guy up in the corner had a jacket or a rain cap on, you knew what to do.
Never watched Romper Room.
You never watch anything. Listen,
This. I
folks, you
watched
haven't seen a
Fonzie.
thing.
I
He
watched
hasn't seen
Fonzie. I got the
Dispatch. He
Fonzie
hasn't got Dead
jacket.
Skid. He hasn't seen Gone with the Wind. He hasn't seen. I can rattle off all of these shows and movies. What are you
I don't.
doing?
I got my Fonzie jacket. My hair looks very Farrah Fawcett today. I don't have my beanie cap on.
That's because you're. Then you must be a woman, because Farrah was a man, so you must be a.
Oh my
All right,
goodness! Wait. All right, let's start
let's
on
dive
off.
into this because it's craziness.
All right, first one. All right, this
All
one
right.
is from the Dispatch, of course, and this was a lead story here. Vance defends the ICE officers who fatally shot the woman. Absolute immunity. So that's what was said there. People still freaking out about it. I see it. When it first happened, it was like my TikTok was like, it was
Okay,
all
do
over
we
it.
understand? All right, but let's explain what we understand is of what happened. So this particular person had been, according to according to Secretary Noem,
Right.
was stalking this particular group of ICE agents throughout the day with her vehicle. Okay, so at a certain point, three of the officers from the front start walking towards her, two on the side, one directly in the front. Instead of rolling down the window and going, "Can I help you, officers?" with her hands on the steering wheel, no. She puts it into gear in an apparent move to maybe run over the guy in front of her or whatever.
Well,
And what happened
uh,
happened.
all right. Let's. All right. What I'm thinking. See, you gotta go by the other side of it and say, well, she was just merely trying to move away.
With the officers with one officer in front of her and two on the side, she was trying to flee the scene.
All right. Let's watch this video. 23 seconds. Here we go.
When the vice president says that the officer has, quote, absolute immunity, what exactly is the legal precedent for federal agents when it comes to deadly force?
This is a great question. It all comes down to whether the response was reasonable based on the threat.
I think that's. It's unfortunate, but this is the end all.
The other thing is that particular officer that she allegedly tried to hit with her vehicle had just previously been dragged by a car and almost died. He needed like 33 stitches in his legs. You know.
Okay,
So,
now okay. Listen, I'm just saying the officer that went into the car said, "Get out of your car! Get out of your car!" that officer's allowed to grab the door, like it was, grab it, right?
Yeah.
All right, because I don't know the rules. I don't know. All right. So that guy that shot her, he could have been like also, besides trying to get out of the way, he could have been also saying, well, if the guy holding it, reaching in to open the door, he could have been dragged. And then like if he, I don't know. All right. Oh, so leads us into the second story here on the Dispatch. Okay, this is what.
Hold on, before you go to the next,
sure.
The whole point is,
okay,
if you are there and you're busted, and 3 officers are approaching your vehicle, put your hands on the wheel and just roll the window down. Why are you looking for trouble with these agents?
So I wrote it in my book. I'm going to just say this: that what I haven't gotten a speeding ticket in probably, I'm not joking, 20 years.
Okay.
Am I okay? I granted in Myrtle Beach when I was there, people like, oh hey Gene, whatever. Here's maybe different, but I never did, because when I did get pulled over, this move where you take all 4 windows, put them down, because I have like tinted. You take all 4 and bring it down, put your hands on the steering wheel. You're home free, because it's like, hey, I'm telling you, I've done that. So I seriously, you guys could check. I haven't got a ticket in like.
And listen,
20 years.
Nobody in their youth was more of a smart aleck than I was. I would rail on a police officer or sheriff's deputy hiding off in the bushes waiting to catch someone's grandmother going 5 miles over the speed limit. I would forget about it. But in this particular situation, it's tense. There's a problem. You're a woman, you might be a mother, whatever it is. Like you just said, roll your windows down, put your hands on the steering wheel. All right, I'm busted.
All right, here's a story that we had on the Dispatch. She talks about exactly what we said, the stalking and impeding. Now, okay, first of all, is it, as a MAGA person, is it wrong to call her Ice Barbie? I think that's a funny, is it? She doesn't like it. Does she like it? I met her, but...
No, of course, who would like that?
You don't like Ice Barbie?
You calling her Ice Barbie?
Ice Barbie is anyone that's a Barbie is like a honor.
Let me think of some derogatory.
Do they call me Photographer Ken? No, I don't think so. I wish they would call me Photographer Ken, but if they
they might call you Photographer Jackie Chan.
Oh my goodness! These ratings better be good for me to take that. All right. Check out this video right here, all right?
Investigators examined the deadly use of force and whether it was warranted.
She then proceeded to weaponize her vehicle, and she attempted to run a law enforcement officer over.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem claimed the driver had been, quote, stalking agents all day and had perpetrated, quote, an act of domestic terrorism.
It's very clear that this individual was harassing and impeding law enforcement operations. Our officer followed his training, did exactly what he's been taught to do in that situation, and took actions to defend himself.
All right, so
Kristi went and found her dog and shot it. I'm just kidding.
I know. We're constantly just joking. Ice Barbie, we're just joking.
Ice Barbie. And she would say, settle down, Jackie Chan.
No, she goes like this. The reason why I think it's funny, right? She goes, and the perpetrator broke the officer's fist with his face. Like, I mean, it's totally one-sided here.
I know. And believe me, this is not a laughing matter.
Yes, it's not.
We're just having fun with Kristi Noem. But the thing is all we want to get out there, folks, is that if you get stopped or you're approached by a police officer, just be cool. It serves you no purpose fighting with the cops.
Before the show we were talking about, on TikTok, I got to get back on TikTok. On TikTok, there was this video that's going viral of this ICE officer, and I know that because he's a handsome guy, he's Filipino or whatever. They doxed him, But this guy, okay, yeah, oh, he's handsome. Okay.
He's so good looking.
He was like a Filipino Ken.
That's right. Hey, listen,
All right, so
keep this up. I'm going to have to, the rest of the show, I'll have to talk in my Alex Jones voice.
please do.
No.
All right. So anyway, my point is that they were like saying to him, "Come on, what are you going to do?" Like basically egging him on. I'm not saying that that's what happened. All right, let's do. We got to do the next one. Here we go. All right, more bad news. No, I'm just joking. All right, here we go. This is the one about the Iranian supreme leader says the protesters are ruining their streets and all this stuff. So in Iran, they're like, all right.
Apparently, the mullahs have contracted Trump derangement system, whatever as well, syndrome as well. Because how can you put? All right, the society in Iran after the under the mullah regime makes like I shouldn't say an Austrian, but like one of the worst prisons look like Disney World, right? That's how oppressive that society is.
Now,
so, when people they see a way out, man, they're going for it.
Now you have to remember this grand plan with Trump, and we talked about this, to basically economic sanctions. Who knew economic sanctions work very well? So like the Iranian economy is not doing well either. Anyway, let's watch this video here. This 30 seconds.
Right,
here we go.
Right.
US President Donald Trump has again reiterated that the US would strike very hard, as he put it, if Iran begins killing protesters. Human rights organizations say more than 30 people have reportedly been killed.
The matter of the fact, all these methods or applications that have achieved is to just make the situation worsen. We have seen the size, the volume of the protesters has grown. And it seems for now, at least, they have no desire to sit back or go back home.
All right, so evidently those are the tame ones. I see the other videos of it where it's like
I know, but these people they're seeing a way out of because and a lot of the older Iranians remember how society was.
Right. I saw
in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah. Well, it's this is what's okay. Let's say it this way. You have society there, and people here are complaining about America. So. Yeah.
The thing is, we have the problems that you hear on social media. Oh, we've this is that, and everything. These are the complaints of people with not real. I mean, the complaints you hear on social media are the complaints of people without real problems, because people with real problems, they're not crying about this, that, and the other thing.
All countries do it. United States do it. I believe that's one of the purposes of the Green Berets. They go in there and then they work with other languages and then undermine a regime, or so to speak.
Right.
So you have things going on there, but it happens with other countries here where people are trying to like mess with this. It's a psyop that they're doing to Americans.
Right. The biggest thing that we're seeing in this country right now is that still effort to get people not to go and vote. That's really the crux of it right here.
Right, and you have that, and just total misinformation, so people don't know where up is up and down.
Right.
Someone online said, "Oh, there's like under the Hillary's home in New York. There's what? How much? We're going to talk about this."
So this gentleman with boots has brought out on a particular podcast with his buddy from Thailand, is talking about that somewhere he's had eyes on 17,000, but there's 100,000 pallets. Then each pallet has on it $100 million. And
Now-
he's had eyes on this room.
Okay.
He says there's this room. Go ahead.
Okay. So if you ever see Breaking Bad where he has a pile of money, that one pallet from Breaking Bad, I'll just bring that out.
Yeah.
We did the math the other day, and then we'll move on. But we did the math. It would to have that much money, it would be the size of a Walmart. The room would have to be a size of a Walmart with what cash?
Distribution center.
Right.
Not the Walmart up the block. A Walmart distribution center is what would be needed to house that kind of that sum of money.
Right.
So you see, once you dig into the truthful details and you start examining all of these I don't want to call them conspiracies, but all of these lies, you start to realize, that's not even possible.
Okay, one more. Then okay, it goes back to this.
Yeah.
It's a messing with people's mind. This whole thing, I heard it too, and we said this before. Oh, Comey, he was indicted. Oh, that's not Comey. He was already executed at Gitmo. He's replaced by an actor. The guy is 7 foot tall, so you got to find an actor 7 foot tall that looks exactly like him to pretend to be him to go to jail. The actor's going to go to jail. It's not him. It's going to jail because the real Comey was already executed. That is like the bonkers, and that's me and you hate this because we know that when you say this, you get tons of clicks. But
why couldn't they have just replaced Aaron Rodgers when he was faking his ankle injury with the Jets?
That would have been good. I would have accepted that and fully. That would have been good.
We would have fully backed that.
All right.
We would have fully backed that. Have the phony Aaron Rodgers out there playing exactly like Aaron Rodgers for the Jets.
All right, here's the next one. And we have a lot today. We actually have 6 today, but here we go. This is.
Hold on a sec. Before you show that, Gene, just let me say this. I want to clear. I want to make sure all of our people know because the term nihilist is being thrown around a lot, attached to the term that Dan Bongino has really been pushing, black pilling. So what a nihilist basically is somebody that's like, what's the use? We're doomed.
Right.
There's like no hope.
We'll go there again. Any person, or the personal opinion that is, can say, hey, I'm not going to vote. Screw it. I'm not going to vote. Right. Go at it. It's great. The only problem is if, and this is a big if someone is getting paid by a foreign entity to get people not to vote to skew an election, and you say, why even bother to vote? Screw it. I'm not voting. It's faked anyway. That's a problem. All day long, if you're an individual who wants to say that, have at it. You're American. But if you're getting paid to disrupt the United States government by a foreign country, that's what the nihilistic thing is all. All right, you gonna get me going here? We got a lot to cover still. All right, here we go. This is the Epstein thing. This was on the Dispatch. Les Wexner. He's been called.
Victoria's Secret, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. All right. Let me just do the quick video here.
Okay.
In an email dated the day after Epstein's 2019 arrest on sex trafficking charges, federal agents discussed contacting 10 potential co-conspirators, including Wexner. 2 other names were not redacted: Ghislaine Maxwell, who was convicted for sex trafficking, and Jean-Luc Brunel, a former French modeling agent suspected of scouting girls for Epstein. A spokesperson for Wexner said the U.S. attorney in charge of the Epstein investigation stated at the time that Wexner was not considered a co-conspirator or a target of the investigation.
So he's being called up to Congress to be a closed-door deposition, I believe. So
Right. So,
all right, do you think it's a dog and pony show? You think this is a dog and pony show? Let's just.
Well, if it's closed door, it can't really be that much of a dog and pony show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, all right.
Because what the senators and the representatives love is when they're in a room and they're sitting there and the cameras are on them and they can pontificate and yell at the person or defend the person sitting there, or whatever. They love that. It gives them attention.
Well, all right. Yeah. Okay. So it may or may not, but it's in the news, and it's Victoria's Secret's ex-CEO, right?
Now, what the left is known for is in these closed-door depositions,
right,
taking segments of a testimony and leaking the salacious segments out to the press. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. No, I get it.
So it's Victoria's Secret. Oh, and let's say President Trump happened to, while he had the Miss Universe pageant, happened to be at a Victoria's Secret, one of their shindigs or whatever. Right. Okay. So that little snippet will be leaked and blown up.
All right. Well, we gotta wait. I'm with you on this. So we just gotta wait and see what happens with this. All right, 2 more to do today.
Barking comes.
What was that?
Your dog is barking.
I know. I'm trying to stop my dog from barking.
Apparently, we're sending dog comes.
Thank you. Yeah, we gotta get that dog. All right. All right, we're getting into the good stuff here because of Tom Tillis.
Yeah.
This guy's a little bit upset. I would say upset. Now, to understand what's going on, Trump got pissed off at Tom Tillis. This is the breakdown. This is my 60 seconds. Trump got pissed off at Tillis, and then Tillis like, okay, well, shoot, I'm just going to quit. He's going to quit. Then he quits, and then the Dems put in Roy Cooper to run. He's a very popular Democrat. And then we got
down in North Carolina, yeah. But here's the thing. Tillis was never a Trump guy. Tillis was always like a never Trumper. But then when he wanted to get reelected, then all of a sudden he's begging the president for an endorsement and so forth. And now, now that he's looking to get out or he has a job somewhere, maybe with them, he's,
But the thing is with this is like he's going in there and being like, he actually walked away from it. And now there's quite frankly, there's a big problem with that seat.
Yeah.
Because he would be, I would say, a shoo-in to get back in. And now they're going to battle for this. Okay. This one is a long video for the day. It's 1 minute, but you just got to hear him saying, and this guy's...
Hold on a second. Phil happens to be absolutely correct on this. Tillis is the epitome of a rhino. He's the guy, runs as a Republican and everything, but he might as well be on the left.
You know what? I don't know too much about him. Anyway, we'll I don't know. He's I don't know too much about him. My friends, I have a friend that's friends with him. Anyway, let's hear this video. It's 1 minute. You guys stick with it.
And senior policy advisor should not have taken the position on. Number one, he doesn't speak for the U.S. government. He speaks for the President of the United States, and on that basis he can. But when he says that the U.S. government thinks that Greenland should be a part of NATO, he should talk to people like me who have an election certificate and a vote in the U.S. Senate. But let's talk about Denmark for a minute. Denmark was one of NATO's most disproportionately high contributors in Afghanistan relative to its population size and force structure. What do I mean there? There's been one time in the 75-year history of NATO that the NATO allies responded to the Article 5 commitment, which means when one of our NATO allies are attacked, we go there to defend them. It's been exercised one time in the history of the alliance to come to the aid of the United States in the war on terror in Afghanistan.
President of Denmark.
Is he lobbying for Denmark now? This is his gig. He's not running for re-election, so he's looking for a job in Denmark, probably in downtown Copenhagen.
This guy's pissed.
With the
that guy's pissed. Windows. Oh yeah. No, come on. Well, maybe. All right, no, this guy is pissed. The problem is that he's out there, and America. Oh well, Trump has a problem.
All right, let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. First of all, isn't it true that a lot of times when these guys, these senators, even congressmen get up and they make these elaborate speeches, that there's no one else there?
Yes. Thanks for reminding me, because it's a rule. Like when they're giving a speech in Congress, right? The camera has to stay on them because there may be 0 people out there. 0.
Right. So you got a guy like Tillis. He knows he's got to make this little speech to make it good for his new bosses over in Denmark. And he said, hey, Phil, is the room empty? Yeah, come on in. You got about 15 minutes before someone comes in. Okay, I'll be right there. So he goes in there, makes this elaborate speech, waving his arms all around. We're going to do this. And there's no one in the room. Yeah, you have to remember that, because that's how they do it. Because it's a rule. It's a rule. And that way it's like fair for everybody, that, rile everyone, you invite your friends. All right, we got one more. This is the best one. I've been waiting for this one. Yes.
All right, Here we go. I know everyone's talking about this. The food pyramid. The food pyramid is now a food triangle. All right, so
let's play the video, then we can
pontificate.
Kibitz about it.
All right, here we go.
For decades, we've been fed a corrupt food pyramid that has had a myopic focus on demonizing natural, healthy, saturated fats, telling you not to eat eggs and steak, and ignoring a giant blind spot: refined carbohydrates, added sugars, ultra-processed food.
All right, this is a long time coming.
The takeaway here is not to go and load up on a dozen eggs every day.
Why not? Let's do that. We okay.
Yeah.
I like the eggs. I like the steak.
The takeaway here is the refined carbohydrates that no one ever talks about, because as long as they're getting all of their grains, I'm getting my grains, whatever, that's where the problem lies. Because what people don't understand is that when they overeat carbohydrates, that gets dumped into your bloodstream as triglycerides, right? And those triglycerides wreak havoc all over the place. So that's, yes,
all right,
real food.
All right, no, okay.
Like
I like to know when people actually figured this out, because it was about, I would say, 5 years ago. I was like, oh my goodness, they taught us this pyramid. It has to be the opposite. They've been talking about it for a long time.
What did you put up here? You
support? I didn't put that up.
Crazy.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I probably hit it by accident. All right.
Look, here's the thing. Do your best. Eat a balanced diet, and it's very difficult. Now, Gene, I got to tell you, it's very difficult. I know you don't track your sodium as opposed to your potassium levels, and you don't track all of your calcium and magnesium and stuff like that, until one day, like, your ears fall off. But at some point, you're going to get to the age where that's going to be important. And I will tell you that balancing sodium level with foods that are available, balancing sodium levels with potassium, you got to be like an alchemist. It's very difficult, because everything that you buy, every food product that you buy, is loaded, like extra loaded with sodium.
That's what I tell you what. This was long needed for them to say, at least bring it out. It's all over. It's all over my feed. Everyone's talking about it. All right. It is the last show of this week. We won't be back until Monday.
Yeah.
So just want to thank everyone. If you haven't gone, we didn't say the commercial too much. First of all, go to georgemagazine.com and then sign up for the Dispatch. These are all articles you get every morning, Monday through Friday with it. And one more thing, don't forget, if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. All right?
Now, the other thing is, hold on a second. The other thing is, Every time you drive past a Walmart distribution center, just think that might be the place where they're hiding the 21 trillion in cash. You might need to put on your little Sherlock Holmes hat, get out your magnifying glass and flashlight, and go and investigate that.
Hercule Poirot. All right, we got to get out of here. We will see you on Monday. Thank you, guys. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the Dispatch. It's free. Get the emails and the news stories. And check us out Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you then.